How's it going, bro? So diving into chapter 39 of The Way of the Superior Man. It is titled, The Feminine is Abundant. This is one of the more spiritual chapters of the book, but it's actually quite relatable to you and I. So as a starting point, you have probably developed this mindset now of most women becoming a bit more masculine. And you might also have this idea that a lot of men have become a lot more feminine, like we both like coming towards the middle. And whilst yes, that is true for a lot of men and a lot of women, it isn't true across the board. And I'm sure you can imagine, if you were to take a walk outside right this moment, you'll see a lot of women outside there that are still extremely feminine. They'll be like all girly, looking at the flowers or skipping or doing whatever, like almost childish stuff, but like the wholesome kind of childish stuff. So that for me is clear proof that there are still a lot of feminine women out there. Now yes, of course, it might have dropped compared to what it was in our caveman ancestor days, but it's definitely not limited by any means. The problem is a lot of us, myself included a few years ago for the matter, now that I'm thinking about it, but we got into this mindset of watching all these YouTube videos and hearing all these men complain that there's no feminine woman these days and all of that nonsense. But ask yourself this. If you are a masculine man, how would a feminine woman not be drawn to... It's going to sound harsh, but if you are not attracting a feminine woman into your life, it's because you're not masculine enough yet. So take this as like almost like a harsh piece of advice, that it's simply a matter of you're not masculine enough yet. And that's not a bad thing. The way I've always viewed it is finding your like ideal feminine woman is a nice motivational step on your self-development journey. It's almost frowned upon in this space, but there's nothing wrong with having like your relationship goal as one of your biggest goals. Think about it. This can be the woman who's going to raise your children. This can be the woman who you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So having some motivation, or even a lot of motivation, to get to that point, there really can't be anything wrong with it. Now there is the problem of making that your number one priority, and rather even your only priority. But that's a separate topic. Actually, I'm going to be making a video on that quite soon. But going back to the topic of this chapter directly, the feminine is abundant. You can even take it beyond now, like finding it in another human being or a woman specifically. David Dida speaks about, not so much in this chapter, but in general. If you go to a place like Hawaii, you'll notice Hawaii is like very feminine. And that can also like rejuvenate almost your need for feminine energy. It almost helps you to unwind and balance your core. Now flip this around with like New York. New York is like quite a bustling city. It's very work focused, very like do sort of mindset. So this goes to show that even places have masculine and feminine energy. Something that came to my mind now is something weird as a drink. So off the top of my head, I can't really think of like a full-on masculine drink, but like you could argue maybe like energy drinks, like get you into this do mindset. But on the flip side, there's many like feminine drinks. So like think of a strawberry milkshake or some sort of smoothie or something like that. So you need to be using these things as well to balance your energy. Again, it's quite a spiritual chapter, but I think you can relate to the sort of idea that's discussed here. I hope you do. If you don't, then yeah, join my community. I have a Discord server, or you can comment down below. I'll reply to it, or one of the boys will reply to it. Someone will reply to it, if not me. I do generally reply to comments, and not gonna lie to you, it does help my algorithm as well. But with that said, I'll see you in the next one, bro. så bliver man jo bedre man.